All right.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Motivation Monday with myself and my world-class experts and coaches. So I'm so excited to be here with you today. People from all over the world are chiming in. Make sure you share this with your social media. If you're live and if you're on replay, do the same thing. So good morning, everybody. Today I'm super excited because we are talking about the secret to success. The secret to success. Now, um, I want you to understand this. Some people go through their whole life and never listen to a call like this, believe it or not. So they're just walking like blindly, right? But today we're gonna break down the secret to success, and it comes from all of us individually. So these are our individual thoughts. So you're gonna get a lot of value today, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. All right. So today we have none other than Cassandra Terry, Leah Garcia, Amberly Shreve, Annie Austin, and I know Zion will be joining us. All right, all right. So I'm going to just start by first of all welcoming the people in the chat. Shantae, welcome. Vero, welcome. Cole, welcome. We appreciate all of you for being here. And I'm going to start the day off with mindset. Haha. That is no surprise to you because I've always said no matter what you are doing, no matter what you are embarking on, you have to have the right mindset to be successful. And today we're talking about the secret to success. Now we're going to talk about the secret to success as it relates to mindset. So, to do that is one of the best mindset coaches in the world. She comes all the way from Texas. She has her own talk show. Okay. So I'm borrowing her from her talk show because she has her own talk show. All right. And she always gives us great value. She's a mindset coach. She's a mentor to many all online and around the world. Let's give it up for none other than Cassandra Terry.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Motivation Monday, everybody. It's great to be back with this powerhouse. I know Zion is waiting to join us as well, Eric. So we are all here. We are excited and we can't wait to share with you guys the secret to success. I'm sure that there are many. I know that there are many. So we'll all come to you from different angles because everyone is an expert in their own right. And mindset. Mindset is my favorite topic, no matter where I am and no matter what I'm doing. And I am busy in 2024 with a program called SOAR. And I want to talk to you guys about the S in SOAR so that we are ready to soar in 2024, meaning we are ready to take full advantage of everything that this year, this life, every opportunity has to offer us. The S in SOAR stands for your strength. Understanding your strengths and playing to your strengths, setting yourself up to win is absolutely a secret to your success. Go inside, get to know you, think about the things that you're known for. What are the types of things that over and over again throughout your life you've been asked to do or people come to you for advice in? That's a secret. One of the secrets to your success because that is something that within you're organically good at. So when you take something that you're good at and you do develop that. You pour your energy into even getting better. Maybe you're naturally good, but you don't have the credentials. Maybe you're naturally good and you have the credentials, but there's another skill that you need to continue to develop so that you can use it better. So focus in first on, where do my natural strengths lie? That's your foundation. When you can advance that, evolve that, build upon that, you are setting yourself up for success. And you're also honing in on your gifting. You are finding your way to the path that was planted inside of you before you ever took that first breath. There was something that you are designed, and only you can deliver to the world the way that you can do it. All of us you can consider public speakers. All of us you can consider some sort of educator. All of us you can consider motivators, but not a single one of us do it the same way. So your only real competition is you. When you realize that, again, you're setting yourself up. You stumbled into another secret to success. Are you better today than you were this time last month, last year, 5 years ago? If you can say yes to those questions, you're moving towards your success. You're evolving, you're getting better, you're setting yourself up to win. Your competition is you and that inner voice. What is it saying to you? Is it telling you, go get it, girl? There's nothing that you can't accomplish. Yes, you deserve this. Yes, you're capable. If it's saying that, you are in alignment with your inner voice. You are cheering yourself on. Again, you are set up for success. If it's saying anything less than that, it's holding you back. It's keeping you from soaring. It's keeping you from being successful. You're not focused on your strength. You're more focused on the things that you can't do. Call me, DM me. It's time for us to talk once and for all. Let's get into good alignment with that inner voice so that you're not standing between you and the success that you so want to have in your life. Get out of your own way. Realize that you are your own competition and start with your strengths. Figure out what those are, hone those skills, build upon those, and watch the success rush towards you. You won't work nearly as hard if you began by doing the inner work so that you believe and know what you're capable of. If you're more interested in learning about SOAR, hit me up at iwanttosoar.com. I can get you into our private group, and we will make everything out of 2024 that it was meant to be, and then some. So with that, Eric, I'm going to put it back over to you. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you. All right, let's give it up for her. We all want to soar. We all want to soar. Okay, all right. So let's keep moving. Now, the next person I'm going to introduce to you is the queen of finances. Okay, I was at an auto show with my sons yesterday. It's a DC auto show, so all the new cars are out. I'm going to post it all over social media soon. And then there was an upgrade. There's an upgrade package where they get to test drive, where they get to go into do the simulations and all these things. I don't even know what they call, but you know, they get to be in it. And you got to pay more for that, right? You got to pay more for that. But it gave them more of an inspiration to be good at what they do and to get serious in everything they do so they can have success in life, right? And it's money that allowed me to do it. So today we're going to talk about money, if you don't mind, with the money queen, okay? She comes all the way from California, where it is 4 a.m., so she is serious about giving you information. You know, people say money doesn't bring you happiness, but hey, you know, prosperity gives you a lot more happiness than poverty. So we are going to bring to stage the financial expert who helps you make money, invest money, and save money, Leah Garcia.
Thank you so much, Eric. I am super fired up to be here on Motivation Monday, and I'm going to give you 5 secrets to success when it comes to your money, right? The rich and wealthy, you know, success leaves clues. And so if we already know what the rich and wealthy do, let's go ahead and find out what they do and just go ahead and copy them. It's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. And so I'm going to bring you financial literacy in bite-sized golden nuggets. So number 5, we're going to do a countdown here. Number 5 is have a financial professional. Listen, don't take generic guru advice as your own personal recommendations. You're going to see books and personalities and TV shows, but they don't know you. So get a financial professional who can customize a solution to you. Number 4, don't leave your family money. The rich and wealthy leave their kids and family life insurance, even if you're worth millions and millions of dollars, because life insurance is usually tax-free, and you can have much more assets that you can leave to your children for pennies and pennies on the dollar. Number 3, own some long-term care insurance. I know people think of this as a going into the nursing home. I think of it as a stay out of the nursing home type of insurance. And would you believe the average family over their lifetime will, for one person, will cost them over $350,000, folks. That's called financial devastation. So that's a huge one. Please do that. And number 2, own a living trust. And really, I say living trust, it's really an estate plan, which is your living trust, your will, your medical directives, your HIPAA release and power of attorney, and make sure it's funded. So there's a lot of elements to that, but seek out some guidance and own a living trust. And the number one secret to success is do it. Because the biggest nation in the world is procrastination. People always say, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next year, when I pay off some debt, when I get back from vacation. Listen, if it's on your heart, take action, right? Don't think, just do. So thank you so much for the time. I appreciate you. And that is today's Money Minutes. Thank you, Eric.
All right. Well, thank you. Round of applause. Awesome. Incredible information. Wow, that was a TED Talk. That was a TED Talk early in the morning. All right, so we're going to keep moving. Welcome, Genevieve from Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome, Justin. Welcome, Anne-Marie. All of you, definitely share this with more people. We have people now from all over the world. This is exciting. All right, so we're going to keep on moving. And by the way, I think I saw something in the chat that said, why would people have a problem with money? I think Genevieve said that. But it's simple. It's simple. It's easier to be broke than to be rich, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're broke, you hang around with broke people, and that's all you see. Right. So when you think like that, then you think, well, there's no money out there. Then you don't even like people that have money. Like, I can't stand those rich people, right? Because you have resigned to the fact that it's over for you. So that's why you are here. So we can change your mentality, we can change your mindset, we can change your family tree. So you see abundance and you become one of those rich people. And then you live your full life, a full life. All right. All right. So they want to get into that, but Genevieve got me started this morning. All right. So let's go. So our next speaker is a good friend of mine who teaches you how to build relationships, how to network with people. Now, that is a skill that literally can help you become successful in anything you do, right? Quite frankly, all right? So she hails from Maryland. She's a business communication coach, and she is one of the best in the world, okay? So take notes because she can teach you how to connect with people, all right? So our next speaker is none other than Amberly Shreve. Amberly?
Eric, thank you so much. And it's so great to be here with my friends and with you all. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some steps that I take and that may be a good way for you to add to being your successful self in 2024. So the first thing I wanted to chat about was our outlook. Just like Cassandra said, our mindset, our outlook, these are key points in order for us to not only start our day, our week, our year off on the right foot, but it's also, are we showing up for ourselves, for the people that we're doing life with in the best way, right? Are we leading with love? Are we leading with compassion? Are we really diving in deep and figuring out if we need to do a little extra work on ourselves, right? These are all the things that play a role in what we do each day. You know, if you're going into a meeting and you're just feeling off, it just doesn't feel as good as it could if maybe you took a couple minutes to maybe walk outside, to be in that devotional, to say those prayers, to be in that meditation, and give yourself a moment to honor yourself and show up in the best way. So secondly is gratitude. I cannot tell you all enough how important it is to be in gratitude. and to have yourself in the best place. And remember your blessings. Remember the things that keep you going each day. Those things are truly important, and we need to remember those things daily. Also, our passions, what we're passionate about, what we love to do, how we're going to teach others. We all have so many gifts, and I want to pull them all out of you. I want to pull all those things that make you who you are, and I want to show you how powerful you truly are. So the relationship building piece is something that I'm truly passionate about, because it drives my determination as an entrepreneur, as a believer, as a wife and a mother and a friend and a colleague. And I guarantee you, you put these pieces together and you at least do 1% each day, you are going to strive and soar and thrive, and you are truly going to be the best version of yourself. So remember this, friends. Please, even when it feels like it's so hard, keep pushing. Don't quit. Don't stop, because I'm telling you, it's all going to add up, and you're going to see how far that you've truly come. I wish for you all a beautiful, wonderful week.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Round of applause. Round of applause. Don't stop. Don't quit. There was a song, there was a rap song back in the day, had to do with that. Don't stop. Don't quit. We never quit. We never stop. All right. Appreciate you, Amberly. You always bring so much value. Thank you so much. Welcome, Michelle McCall, to the call today. We appreciate your comments. All right. So we're going to keep going. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you're live, put your comments in the chat and put your questions in the chat, because these world-class speakers are actually ready to answer your questions. All right. So put your questions in the chat as we go on. And if you're watching on replay, put questions in the chat anyway, because we watch this afterwards and we are able to reply to you. All right. Okay. So I'm going to share a little bit of information on sales. Okay. I'm a sales and leadership coach. I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs double, triple, and even 10x their sales and income through selling their offers without being pushy or salesy. And today we're talking about the secret to success. And for me, my secret to success is taking massive action without worrying about what people think, say, or do. That's my definition, right? Because a lot of times the reason why we never achieve what we want to achieve is we don't take action. We analyze too much, and then we worry about, wait, what if I do this and they say this? What if I do this and they say this? What if I start the podcast and it fails? What if it succeeds? Right? So I have found in my life, it's not always been like this. Like when I was a younger man, I didn't think like that, right? So I was that person that would wonder, okay, what if it doesn't work? Then I embarrass myself. Let me tell you something. If you can learn to do things regardless of whether you're embarrassed or not, oh my God, you will have so much success. My panelists are nodding because they know. If you can say, you know what, I just don't even care what they say. I'm just going to serve people and help people. Oh my God, you will have more success than you ever dreamed of, right? So do it messy. Do it messy. Be embarrassed. It's okay. All right. So now, when you take action, action must be directed towards the right place, right? Because, if you run fast, but you're running the wrong way, you're not going to be successful, right? Yeah, I'm just running. Where you going, boy? You're going the wrong way, right? So you have to run in the right direction, right? So here's the deal. If you want to become a lawyer, you go to law school and get the skills. Mm-hmm. If you want to become a doctor, you go to med school to learn the skills. If you want to get good at sales, you have to go to sales school to learn the skills, right? We have hundreds and thousands and millions of entrepreneurs are not making much money because they never went to the class, right? And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Eric is not beating up on you. It's not your fault. They don't teach us this in school, right? They don't teach us this. They say, hey, if you have a dream, go for it. They don't say you got to actually learn how to sell, right? And selling is a good thing because selling is service. So, give you an example. You're talking to somebody about your offer, right? And they say, you know what? I have to think about it. So you naturally say, okay, when you're done thinking, then call me and we'll go from there. And they don't call and you don't get the sale. And it happens over and over and over. And you're losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
Because you never went to the school, right? You didn't learn that when people say, I have to think about it, you say, okay, that no problem. So what specifically do you need to think about? Is it the money? Is it the service? Like, can you just flesh that out a little for me? Let me know what you want to think about so I can help you. And then they start telling you what it is. And then you explain and help them, and then they get your offer. You didn't know that because you didn't go to the school. Right? And it's okay. I'm going to give you a chance to go to the school. All right. Second example. All right. So, you're talking to somebody, okay, and they said, I'm not sure if I want to work with you. So let's say you're a coach or something. I'm not sure if this is right. And you obviously, what you're going to say is, oh no, you should work with me because I'm one of the best and I can help you do X, Y, and Z. And now you sound desperate, right? You sound desperate. People don't want to work with desperate people, right? People don't want to work with desperate people, but it's okay because you don't know what to say because you didn't go to the school. Here's what you say. I'm going to give you this for free. I charge for this, but I'm going to give you this for free. When someone is either they seem like they may not be interested or they're arguing with you, this is what you do. You say, you know what? You remind me of one of my former clients who had the same thought process or said the same thing. But what happened was, and then you tell the story of how they became successful using your class or your product or your service. And they're like, oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay. Because now you don't have to argue with them. Stories are undeniable. Use more stories. All right. So those are the tips I'm going to give you. If you want to go to sales school, start by clicking on CompassionateCloser.com. CompassionateCloser.com. You will, first of all, get a free ebook. It's a beautiful ebook, if I may say so myself. You're going to get that, right? And then you're going to get 15-minute masterclass I did for you. And then if you want more, then schedule a call with me. I'll give you more information. I'll help you out. And if it makes sense, I'll enroll you in my sales school. All right. So that's what I want to share with you from a sales standpoint. Thank you very much for your attention. And we'll move on to the next speaker. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. So welcome, Leslie. I appreciate you. Leslie Flowers, one of my great friends here on LinkedIn. Welcome. All right. So our next speaker is one of my best friends in the world. All right. He's one of my best friends in the world. He comes all the way from England via Nigeria. All right. But he lives in England. And he's a marketing genius, right? Sales is king, but marketing is queen. You got to have both. Right? If you don't have anybody to talk to, you can't sell anybody, right? So he introduced me to LinkedIn Audio Room. So if you're interested in that, he's the best. And he will show you how to become famous. All right. So without further ado, I want to bring up to the stage Mr. Eni Osang. Eni, go ahead.
Thank you so much. What gems by everyone, my friends. It's always inspiring to be here. Just so that everyone knows, I learned, I was in Eric's masterclass, last summer? Last summer. And then I put my whole team through the same masterclass in all the subsequent sessions that he ran. So, it's funny how, Eric, I'm using what you taught me now. It's very simple. When you go to school, you think, I'm not going to use this stuff. But alas, the more you learn, the more you realize you can apply things. So when it comes to the topic today, my friends, the secrets of success. I thought, well, what am I going to say? The simple secret. Everything we talk about is secrets of success, really. That's what I realized, right? But I still created a new one for today just because I wanted to, right? I guess my simple one today builds on what everyone's been saying. Cassandra says, soul. Yes, literally, let's rise. But starting with our passion. Same thing Amberly said. Let's learn to, have that passion for what we really do. How many people do you think who have passion for what they do? Let me tell you, not everyone does. They might talk the talk, might even look like they're walking the walk area, they're running the wrong way, but they think they've got passion. But without that passion, nothing works in business. See, when you have the passion, the next secret I'm going to give you is simply get to know your customers.
Right.
Know your customers inside out. This is how business really runs. I mean, Leah said, think like the rich do. The simple reason that's so important is that the rich don't do generic. Generic is what kills business. Don't do generic. Do personalized. Personalize everything. If you know your business and you love your business that much, you know your customers and you love them that much, treat them as they are, one of one. Give them a service that's one of one. What does this person really want? How do they like to hear information? It might sound like I'm talking theory. I'm really not. No, Eric just mentioned how to do it. If you want to work with someone, talk to them. Amazingly, talk to them. And when Eric says he gives you a 15-minute masterclass, you might think that's a sales gimmick, but it really isn't. It's getting to know you, and it's making you realize that he can design a program for you amongst a group program. Personalization that's where it starts. You never talk to your customers. You never get to know them. Let's start thinking like Eric. Let's start thinking like restaurants. When you go to a restaurant, they don't say to you, what would you like? The good ones don't say to you, what would you like? And then throw it in front of you. If you want steak, how would you like it? What do you want on top of it? So that way, it's your personalized steak. It's your personal service. That's what breeds love, loyalty, and repeat customers. That is the secret to success, my friends. If you have the same customers coming back to you over and over, you haven't got to get new customers, really. Let's say you're a speaker. If you have the same gigs calling you every year, your diary is always full for years. You don't need new gigs, really. All you need to do is raise your price and then hope that if some of those take the higher price, you're really laughing at you. If you get a few more in, then now you're beyond rich. Personalization, my friends, is the key to everything. Everything you do, give it your very best. Give it your best and give everyone what they really want. When you do, everything flows. People love you more. So what you say resonates first of all, and they'll never forget you. That's the heart of business, really. I hope this has been useful. I mean, again, a simple way I apply this. I see my friend Erica is in the audience. Her name is Hi Bye. I know who she is now. Right. The reason I can say things like that, the reason Eric can talk about Leslie is because we talk to these people. We know them. And when you talk to people, you get to know them. You build relationships. That's where business is going these days. Don't do generic ever. Do personalize everything. You'll be amazed how you will grow, your business will grow, your customers will grow as well. Because they get what they really want, what they really need from you. I tell you, life is a dream, Eric. That's me. Maybe I might give you a few. I mentioned Erica because we're writing books. So we're working on a group book together. And for everyone who I've invited to be part of the book, I've spoken with them to learn the story. I've spoken with them to say, right, how can I help you write your chapter? Now, again, everyone's different. So Erica has her own way that she wants to write a chapter. The three people I spoke to yesterday have their own way. I'm going to help them write the chapter. It can be done. You can personalize everything, I assure you. I'll keep quiet, Eric. That's me.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You always bring the fire. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And welcome, Erica. If there's a way you can put your name on there, that'd be great. But welcome, Erica. We appreciate you being here. All right. I was on a Zoom with a customer of mine last night around midnight. And my son asked me, "Wow, Dad, you do business that late?" And I said, "Well, not usually, but she has a presentation the next day and she needed tips on how to sell it to it's a group. And I go all out for my clients." And he said, "Wow. So I guess, when I have clients, I just have to do whatever it takes to help them." I said, "Yeah." So I guess I taught him that. I didn't mean to, right? So, but that's what you said, Annie, right? Treat people like people. Like, how would you treat your best friend? Don't just look at them as a number, right? As a number. Treat people, like they're your best friend in the world, right? So awesome. Thank you so much for that. So let's keep it moving. Our next speaker, and by the way, put your questions in the chat, folks. We're about to start the question and answer very soon. Our next speaker hails all the way from Nigeria, right? I had to go across the world to find him. So you better listen up, all right? It's a guy that, I paid him to help me, all right? So he has a lot of value he is going to share. I tried to figure out what industry he's in, but he created his own industry. He is not in any industry. He is his own industry. That's fire sauce, as a good friend of mine says, fire sauce. All right, that's fire sauce. All right, so here's what he does. He is known as Mr. Positivity. If you want positivity in your life, listen up. All right, as I bring up Mr. Positivity, Zion Anaguru. Zion, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's such a privilege to be here again. And to the world-class speakers who are on stage with me, Cassandra, Leah, Ambali, Mr. Annie, thank you so much, everyone, for the nugget you shared, for the wisdom, and to everyone who are listening to us from every part of the world. We want you to know that we appreciate you so much and thank you for making this event what it is. And just to remind you again, we are not coming here just to motivate you or keep the emotions up. We are here so that you can take the step. Because one of the secrets to success is to take actions. One of our speakers said it earlier. So the more you learn, the more you get the nuggets, the wisdom, the knowledge, make sure you are taking action. All right. It's a very wonderful topic this morning, the secret to success. And for me, the first thing I would say, the secret to success is to want success more. Want it more. Want it more than your neighbor. Want it more than your friend. Want it more than your colleagues. Let the fire to be successful drive you. The more you want success, it will propel you to go the extra miles and do the extraordinary things that other people are not willing to do. So you need to push for success. How do you want success? How fast do you want it? So if you need to get success, you have to push for success. Do not wait for success to come to you. Go for it. Go for success. You have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You have to go the extra miles. You have to put in the extra work so you can be able to get to that place of success. And one point I want to mention as the secret to success is to build relationship.
Right.
It's about building relationship. The fastest way to become a millionaire is to be a friend of a millionaire. If you want to be a millionaire tomorrow, you have to become a friend of a millionaire. It's as simple as that. So the people you surround yourself with is a key factor to where you are going to. Is a key factor. And the place of building relationship can never be overemphasized because you must understand that the world revolves around people. The world revolves around people. People either brings you up or brings you down, depending on the kind of people you are surrounding yourself with. So be intentional about building relationship with people who are successful. Because if you want to be successful, you have to connect with success. If you want to be successful, you have to build relationship with success. If you want to be successful, you have to be intentional about success. And one way to be intentional about success is building relationship with successful people. People are like bridges that takes you to the other side. People are like ladders that take you to the top. And the kind of relationship you have with them will determine if they will let you go through the ladder or go through their bridges. So relationship is key. If you want to be successful, be intentional about building relationship with people. The speakers you are seeing here today, we are here because we have relationship with one another. And relationship has brought everyone here to inspire you every Monday on Monday Morning Motivation. And in building relationship, be sure to do it with a positive mindset. I cannot stress this enough. When you are positive, you are possible. And in positivity, there is endless possibilities. So if you want to be successful, you have to have a positive mindset. A positive mindset is a catapult to success. It's not negotiable. When you are positive, you are definitely going to be a successful person. So make up your mind to want success more, to build meaningful relationship, and approach everything you do with a positive mindset. So thank you so much for listening. I yield the mic back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Now I know why you are world renowned. We appreciate that. That is so awesome. So hang around with successful people. Wow. Right. One of the things I do is I run a mastermind, and Cassandra Terry is in my private mastermind, and it's powerful when you get in the room with other successful people. The information you get, like I asked a question and I ended up writing 2 pages of notes from the other people. Right. So you're so right. You have to be around successful people. So if you guys can put questions in the chat. And before you do that, I'll just share a couple of things. So a good friend of mine, he lives in Maryland. He's a multi-millionaire. He invites us, me and my sons, to a birthday party of his son. His son is a football fan. And the birthday party is at FedEx Field. FedEx Field is where the football team plays. Okay. Washington, I think it's called Commanders now, right? Where they play. 80,000 people sitting there. So we're like, why would we go there? I mean, it's closed. I didn't know. You can rent it out on weekends. I didn't know. But multi-millionaires know. We got there. His son's name is on in lights where the scoreboard is. We walk in, there are cheerleaders. The real cheerleaders are there. Then they have 3 players come out to greet the boy, the 16-year-old. I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't know that, right? I guess I'm not rich enough to know, but now I know, right? So you got to surround yourself with people like that, because I didn't know, right? The whole place was designed for this 16-year-old, right? Powerful stuff. Surround yourself with successful people. Thank you, Zion. We appreciate that. All right. So I know, I believe it was, it deserves a round of applause. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I learned so much. Look, I'm taking notes, so many notes right now from you all. Like, I'm learning so much. This is like a selfish act for me. I'm learning more than you all right now. Okay. So I believe there was a question here. Okay. Yes. Have you all had an experience? Oh, let me put it up so everybody sees it. Have you all had an experience where someone was afraid to be successful, and how do you help them overcome that? All right. So I'm assuming she means your clients or your customers. So that's a great question. And I'd like to pose it to our esteemed panel. Who would like to go first? Okay, go ahead. We'll go with ladies first, Cassandra, and then Annie.
All right. I have definitely had that experience. Earlier in my life, it was probably me, but I had a client, and when someone has a fear of success, I don't think they frame it that way. They may not be aware that that's what's going on, but they keep self-sabotaging. They'll get close, and then they'll do something that slides them right back to start or sometimes even farther. And so when you notice that type of behavior, the light bulb can go on, and your job is to really ask them some good questions so that they can have that realization for themselves. Sometimes we're so quick to prescribe the answer to folks that they don't really believe it. But if you're a good coach, you're doing a lot more questioning than directing, because you want them to find their way, because then they believe it, and then they will work with you to find the right response for themselves. So asking questions about what it would be like to have that, to have the success. What are the additional responsibilities that you would have to manage? What would you have to give up in order to? And then you start to see the wheels turning. And so you ask those good questions, you help them to find their way. I had a client who was pretty successful, very young. She's a very young client. And she has a lot of skills in the beauty industry. And she was building, but she would only get so far. And we started to talk about what the next level was going to look like for her. And she started to talk about not being able to handle some of her additional family responsibilities outside of her household, not being able to spend as much time with her children, losing family night. There was a night where they all got together and they cooked, and she didn't want to give that up. And so she was fearful that her life was going to drastically change for the negative if she was more successful in her business. And so we started to strategize on ways that she could, how success was going to actually free her time up and put her more in the driver's seat to manage her schedule better, because she owned more of her schedule. And so we started to plan things out so that she could see she could have both worlds. She could still be the dedicated wife and mom she wanted, and she could continue to grow her business. And when that light bulb went off for her, she was the one who was driving the conversation, figuring out the ways that she could do things differently. And then her business began to open up and soar from that point on. She was in a different headspace.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Great comments. Annie, go ahead.
Definitely, Cassandra, you're definitely right. So many people have the fear of success, and so they'll paint it in many different ways. Oh, I can't do that. Or, that's just too much work. I haven't got time. And literally, so they're trying to talk themselves out of doing what it takes to succeed. For all the reasons you mentioned, literally their fear is going to affect their lives. Some fear just being seen, some fear being elevated. I don't try and change people's minds in that sense. And I said my best answer is to talk to a coach. But I was talking to a friend yesterday. They're working on a big project, and two young men want to write a book about their mum. We've agreed to do it. And she was like, well, I'm not sure. It's going to take all day. I'm saying, how can it take all day? It's a project. It's not going to take all day. But like you said, Cassandra, I say we have a plan. We have a structure for this book. Just collect the content as we agree. One day a month if you're lucky. She's not going to take you all day. Do you want to do it or don't you want to do it? So this morning she said, okay, I want to do it. I'm saying that's the best I can do. But I can't change your mind if you choose not to, grow as a person, and see that the possibilities and the benefits of you. Again, it's not success as the issue. It's whether you have a passion for what you do, whether you really want to help people. Do you have a purpose? If you have all those things within you, what you need to do, it comes naturally. Now, success, you jump into it. I mean, who here wouldn't pay to be successful? We all do. We pay to be successful. God knows we do. So those who fear success, it's a way of thinking. It's a limiting belief, and it's something that you have to truly look within you to change.
Absolutely.
It's not my thing. That's a coach's job. That's where I would send them first of all, Cassandra.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Leah, go ahead.
Absolutely. Those are great comments. So if someone comes to me and they're really afraid of having success with their money, number one, that's why I partner with the great Cassandra Terry, because she can really help them with their mindset. And I use a proprietary system known as the Wall of Wealth. It is a one-page financial plan. So it is a step-by-step process that I can really help people start from where they are. And that way they can grow through their process. Just like somebody commented, you can't build beyond your identity. So a lot of building your wealth is really increasing your identity. And oftentimes, if we're not ready for that, then we'll self-sabotage. So I really take clients and meet them where they are. And some are ready to go quickly, and some people need a little bit more time to process that. And that's totally fine. I go step by step, and they can lead on how quickly or how much time they want to take with each client.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anybody with their hands up? No. Okay. So I want to address that real quick. I had a client once who she was in an industry where people have to sign a contract, a 3-month contract to work with her. Okay. And I mean, it's a $3,000 contract. And she said to me that people don't like signing contracts. So that's why I'm not successful. And I said, people love signing contracts. I signed a contract to build my house. I signed a contract to buy my car. I signed a contract to do all kinds of things. People love signing contract. It first is the value you give and the confidence you give it with, how you portray it. So anyway, long story short, I told her, here's what you need to do. I want you to create a contract for six months and for 12 months. She said, what? I said, yes. Create a contract for 6 months and 12 months. And when you meet with your client, with your prospect, tell them it's a 12-month contract. And guess what? One or two things will happen. Either they will sign it and you have a 12-month, you just made $12,000 and you're helping them for a year, or they'll say, I can't do that. Then you go down to 6 months. Then you go down to 3 months if you have to. She called me one day. She was in tears. She said, Eric, in 3 days, I signed up one person for 12 and one person for 6. I made $18,000. You see, a lot of what we do, folks, is in our head. What we tell ourselves, right? What's what you tell yourself. By the way, if you don't have a high ticket offer, create one. If you're an entrepreneur, create a high ticket offer, because you're helping people more when you do that, because they're focused, they work harder, and they get a result, and they're happier. It's a win-win situation. And then eventually, you can go full-time with your business, and then now you have the time and the energy to help more people, right, at a higher level. I won't even get to that because I have a whole speech on that. I won't even get into that. But I just want to share that real quick. All right. So let's go on to another question. Another question from Coral, which is, if a person is an introvert, can they still be successful? Great question. And I don't want to jump on that because I can, but I want somebody else to talk about that. Let's go with Amberly first. Amberly, go ahead.
Well, I think this is an absolutely great question, because people feel like, oh, I can't really talk to people and I feel very uncomfortable in situations. But you have incredible gifts. So whether you are speaking about the things that you truly love, that is going to give you the confidence, and people are going to see all of that value that you're going to bring to them. So whether you start out small and you're just focusing on a few things that you absolutely love and enjoy, any introvert, any person can be successful in anything that they want to do. It's just a matter of finding how you are going to not only connect with yourself, but how you're going to connect with others.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I think Cassandra had her hand up, right? I believe.
Yes. I absolutely love this question, Coral. It takes me all the way back to the beginning of our call. This is exactly what I was talking about. If you are an introvert, an extrovert, an omnivert, it doesn't matter. What you have to focus on is, what are your strengths? What are your strengths? That's what we talked about. The S in SOAR is finding and building upon your strengths. So maybe if you're an introvert, you're a very good listener. So that personalization, I think it was Any talked about, you're going to be able to do that at a level that someone's moving quickly may miss. They may miss some nuances that really shows that they've heard their client or their potential client. So you may come at it a different way, but you can absolutely be successful. But first, you spend a little bit of time with yourself, understanding what your strengths are, getting excited about those, and leading with those. So you don't worry about the fact that it's a little uncomfortable to put yourself out there, or it's hard to strike up a conversation. Now you're focused on what's hard. Focus on what comes easy to you. I listen very well. I hear what you're saying, and you use that strength to build upon and find your success coming from there. And you can always build the additional skills as you go, but start with your foundational strength, which for an introvert may very well be active listening.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Annie, go ahead. Oh, okay.
No, I think this is a question that I get very often. Sometimes it baffles me, But here's a simple fact, my friends. All of us here on stage we're probably all introverts. People wouldn't realize that. They think we're all extroverts. We're just not. As Cassandra says, we have a skill, we have a strength, something we're good at. So that's why we're here. I think in business, when you find that thing you're good at, you have to share it with the world. That's what marketing really is, right? If you don't tell the world, how are they going to know to benefit from what you can do to help people? So Eric mentioned earlier the fear of speaking, public speaking. Again, it's the same as introvert, extrovert. Essentially, if you have a service, don't think of yourself. Think of the people you're trying to help. It's about them. But your mission is to help people to solve a problem, right? Think about how you're going to help them solve that problem. It's only when you think of you, me, which is very terrible in business, that you fear stumbling. If you think about them, just tell them what you do. It's not rocket science. Yes, it may not come out the same way Eric might do it, or someone else might do it, or it may not. That's fine. Do it your way. Do it your way. Just do it as honestly as you can do. Those who want to work with you, you resonate with them. You will get into their minds. They'll certainly talk to you. I want to work with you. Those who don't want to work with you, there's no point you singing and dancing, because that's a waste of time. Forget introversion. Just be yourself.
Yes, great advice, Annie. Thank you so much. You can only be yourself. So why why try to be somebody else, right? Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's such a great question. And I love what Annie said. When you find your passion, it will bring out a different part of you. Well, I will say 9th grade oral communications class. Okay. We had to give a speech. Well, I didn't like giving speeches. I didn't want to be in front of the class. So I did all the work. I did all the diagrams. I prepared all the notes. And then my partner gave the speech. And here I am now. We're making videos. We're on this social media. And I really just think that what Annie said is so profound. Really, you can be an introvert until you find your passion. My little grandson's 5 years old, my precious little grandson, and he can be kind of quiet. But if you ask him about fish, you're going to hear him light up. You ask him about dinosaurs, and he'll suddenly transform his whole personality. So I just think that we all have different facets of our personality, and about finding what resonates with you. And suddenly you'll find yourself a little bit of an extrovert, I think, in all of us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I'm in a group. I'm in a group chat with guys from high school, and they saw my videos, and they said, "What happened, Eric? You are the most shy person. Like, how can you get on camera and you're doing speeches and you're on stages? Like, what? How did you do that?" Because I was an introvert, right? But what happened was, I realized that in order to get my message out, I had to start speaking. I had to get out there. I forced myself. I was shaking like this. Trust me. I wish I had video of that, but I don't. I wouldn't let anybody take that video anyway. But seriously, right? Also, if you're an introvert, you can actually learn more, right? There's a lady here. I won't mention her name because I don't want to. We never talked about it. So I won't. Well, she's a client of mine, and she's an introvert. And she said, "Well, Eric, I can't sell like you. I said, don't sell like me. Sell like you. You just listening to you, you sound more trustworthy than me because you're soft-spoken. You actually sound more trustworthy than me because you're soft-spoken. Use that as your strength. Okay, that is your strength, right? You're believable, and use that. Don't try and be like me. Be yourself.
Right.
And it helped her. Okay, so want to welcome Kelly Little, appreciate you. Alexis, appreciate you. Paulette, we have so many people jumping on. We appreciate you. Definitely share this with more people. All right, so does anybody else want to I don't want to get into another question. Anybody else want to comment on that question before we round it up today? Anybody? No? Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me see here if there's any. Oh, this is a great question. I have to ask it. I have to let it you guys. How do you handle setbacks and challenges on your way to success? Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Let me just share real quick. One thing I do is I don't dwell on the setbacks, right? Sometimes we sit there and think about it. I'm a soccer coach, and I coach 10 and 11-year-old boys. And when someone is having a bad day, I don't put them on the bench and let them think about it. I tell them to get up and tell them to keep shooting, right? Do it again, right? So if you get into action, you start to build your confidence. And then you start to get on the track of success. It's when you sit around and just worry and think and ponder, then anxiety kicks in, then depression kicks in. Then like, oh, it's over for me. Look, get up, do something. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Amberly, go ahead.
So I really love this question because honestly, we've all been there. And if not, you're going to be there because we all do life in one way, shape, or form. So there's been plenty of times where I've been in fear, I've been in ego, and it happens. It happens all the time. So remember, we're either living in love or we're living in fear. So which place are you going to live in? Because the moment that you let go and you allow yourself to live in love, you're going to push through that fear. You're going to push through that anxiety and that depression and all the things that are holding you back. And you are going to be able to conquer whatever it is that you want to conquer. And you do it each day, every moment, whether it takes you 60 seconds at a time, it takes you a couple of hours at a time, whatever it is, keep pushing through. And make sure that you are centered and grounded. And I'm telling you, you are going to make it.
Awesome. Wow. That's another TED Talk.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Before I forget, I want you guys to follow each person here because she does TED Talks all the time on her videos. Okay. So everybody here does it. Okay. So go to LinkedIn, everybody, and look for these people. I'm going to take this off so you can see their names. Amberly Shreve, okay, look for her. Leah Garcia, look for her. Cassandra Terry, Annie Osong, look for them. And Zion, look for them, follow them, learn from them, connect with them. If they said something that resonates with you, then contact them and say, we need to talk. Don't let the fear of how much it's going to cost stop you from learning. Oh my God, it breaks my heart when people don't reach out because right now I don't, my finances are not too good, so I don't want to talk to anybody. What? How are you going to get out of that situation if you don't talk to somebody? Right? So reach out to these people, learn, right? Someone said faith instead of fear. Yeah, Leslie, right? Learn. All right. So we have like a minute or so. I think somebody wanted to say a word. Was it Annie? Okay, go ahead, Annie. Go ahead.
So again, I was thinking of this earlier. Look, I think it sounds corny. The answer is it's there for everyone knows what the answer is really. The fear of failure, success, things go wrong, deal with it, rise again, never give up. That's a simple truth. There's nowhere. No, I think if you commit to not do, what as Eric says, to not feel sorry for yourself, to not feel, oh, poor me, it always goes wrong when I do stuff. It doesn't always go wrong. Find the answer. Find the solution. You can. How's things going to change otherwise? Really. And people forget that maybe the more successful you are, the bigger that you think your failures are. But they're not really. It's just another thing that you can improve on, and just find a way forward. Sometimes I get divine inspiration. Really, there's some examples we can all give. I'm sure, right? You're doing something, it goes wrong. You're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. What do I do now? Sometimes the answer comes to you where you're like, okay, oh, I didn't think of that. Let me try that. And then go and do it. Now, sometimes, as you say, Eric, you have to feel your way forward. Try again, until eventually that answer will come to you. Now,
Awesome.
what you can't do is give up on yourself. If you give
Thank
up on
you so
yourself,
much.
nothing's ever going to change.
Thank you so much, Annie. Appreciate you. So just to wrap up, I'm just going to say, because we're at the hour and I know people have to go to work, they have to start their business, they have to take the kids to school, all of that. So I'm just going to end by talking about failing forward. I think it's a good segue from Annie here. And that is, you are going to fail if you want to succeed, right? You are going to fail. In school, they teach you you're not supposed to fail. You're supposed to get A's. You're supposed to get A's. Why are you getting B's? Why are you getting C's? But in real life, you can start at F's, but then you have to work to get the D and then the C, right? So you're going to fail forward. A prerequisite to success is failure. In other words, without using a big word, you have to fail to succeed. So you might as well fail fast to get to success. Fail fast. Do it now, right? Fail fast. Okay. If you are afraid to fail, then you're afraid to succeed. So that's why you must build the courage to fail so you can succeed. All right. And if you do that, your life will change. Your life will change. All right. You absolutely change. I'm talking from experience, not theory. Not theory. I failed at a lot of things, but then I became better and better and better. I failed at sales. I was bad. I was about to be fired. And I turned that into a career of just going all the way up to vice president of sales for large organizations before I started my businesses, right? So it's normal. It's normal to fail. Yes, Leslie, failure is learning. I appreciate that. Failure is learning. All right. So we're going to end there. We appreciate all of you. Round of applause to all our great speakers. Round of applause. We continue to grow. People are watching us from all over the world. Share this podcast with more people so they can see it and they can get value. Okay. And it's like planting a seed, right? If you plant seeds, then you will harvest. When you promote other people, good things happen to you. Trust me, I've been doing it for a long time. All right. It works. It's like a secret sauce. So yeah, it's like a secret sauce. Promote other people. All right. So we're going to end with that. We appreciate everybody, and we will see you next week, same time, same place. Make it a great day. Make it a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right.